A strong stench, a quiet flat, and an elderly man gone unnoticed for days, all within a bustling Singapore neighborhood. Viewers, what led to this tragic discovery, and how can something like this happen in a tightly packed HDB block? On the night of April 30th, around 9 p.m., police officers were alerted to a unit at Block 8, North Bridge Road. A foul smell had been reported by a concerned resident. When police arrived, what they found was heartbreaking: a man in his 70s, dead in his own home. The elderly man had been living alone for over a decade. He was stout, used a wheelchair to get around, and according to neighbors, mostly kept to himself. One resident recounted that he last saw the deceased just over the weekend. They exchanged a greeting in passing. Days passed, and that neighbor didn't think much of it, assuming the man was resting. Another neighbor, Mr. Chen, aged 76, said he hadn't seen him in about a week. Only when the smell became unbearable did a resident from across the corridor call the authorities. Police arrived swiftly, and investigations began. The man's body was removed at about 11 p.m. What struck neighbors and onlookers wasn't just the tragedy of the death itself, but the fact that it took days for anyone to realize something was wrong. In a society that prides itself on being connected, how does someone pass away in solitude, with no one noticing until nature forced attention? This isn't just a story about death, it's about isolation, about the silent suffering of our elderly, and the realities many face in old age when family ties loosen and neighbors keep to themselves. What can be done to prevent such cases? How can community networks be strengthened to ensure our elderly are not forgotten? Tell us in the comments, when was the last time you checked in on your neighbor? If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to 2230, where we bring you news that matters and voices that must be heard.